Good morning, Cheney Middle School math students. How are you? Might not be morning when you guys are going over the notes, but it's morning when I'm recording. I miss all you guys. Hope all is going well. So we're going to start out day one by just taking some notes and refreshing our memory on how to find the volume of a cylinder. Now, remember when we talk about volume, volume is the space inside of an object that is taken up. So the I can statement that we're going to cover is I can find the volume of a cylinder. Now I'm going to scroll down here and show you. A cylinder is like a pop can, a soup can. And if you're ever testing or anything and you need to find the volume of a 3D figure, if you can remember that volume is the capital B times an H, the capital B stands for base area. All right, so you have to find the area of the base, and then you take that times the height. Well, if you look at this cylinder, obviously in a cylinder, the base is a circle. And to refresh your memory, the area, the formula for finding the area of a circle is area equals pi r squared. What does that mean? That means the area of a circle, area equals pi, which you all know is 3.14, and you are able to use your calculators on this. So pi, 3.14, times the radius squared. That means radius times radius, not radius times 2. And if you remember, the radius is halfway the distance to the middle of the circle. All right, so that is your radius. Your radius is halfway across a circle, half the distance. If you go all the way, it's called diameter. Some of you were maybe saying that to yourself. All right, so now that we know how to find the area of the circle, so we know how to find the base area of this circle. Oh, I could have filled in that one. All right, so volume equals pi r squared h. So to find what is the base area, the capital B, I gave it away, sorry. Capital B is for your base area, and in this case it was a circle. The radius is half the diameter, and the height is how tall, the height is how tall your object is. All right, so let's go down here to example number 1. Calculate the volume of this cylinder. So we know that volume for cylinder, volume equals pi r squared h. That's our equation, that's the formula. So volume equals pi, 3.14, times what's the radius? Well, they tell us right here r equals 4. They give us halfway across the circle. The radius is 4 times 4, because it's radius squared, and then times the height, which is 10. All right, so if you get your calculator out, I'm going to get mine out on my phone. All right, so you would go volume equals, and on your calculator, you'd go 3.14 times 4 times 4 again times 10. You would end up with 502.4. It terminated. It was a terminating decimal. I didn't even have to round it, so 502 4/10. So you'd be at a 2 for your grade right now because you need the label. And now here we don't know if it's inches, meters, so we will label that units. And it's not squared, it's a 3D figure, all right? So it is cubed. There you would be a 3 on your assessment. So the volume of that cylinder is 502.4 units cubed. Now we get to draw. You all know how I draw. All right, sketch a cylinder. Draw one with a diameter of 14 centimeters and a height of 9 centimeters. Calculate the volume of your cylinder. When in doubt, draw it out. So sketch a cylinder. The easiest way I can tell you to do that is just kind of make we know the base is a circle, but when you look at it in the 3D figure, you kind of have to make an oval and then just try to make an equivalent oval above it and connect. Oops, that was not good. Let's see if my undo button works. It does. And then you connect your sides. Ooh, this is hard to do, but fun. All right, so there we've made our cylinder. When in doubt, draw it out. Make it a little neater. There we go. Now I want to label it. Let's see, let's go with the diameter is 14 and the height is 9. So the easy one, this is 9 centimeters. That's how tall it is. Now the diameter is the distance across the entire circle. So your base down there, that entire base is 14 centimeters. But in order to find the volume, volume equals pi r squared h. Volume equals 3.14, our pi, times our radius. But this gives us our diameter. To find the radius, all we have to do is 14 and divide it by 2, because we want to cut this in half. That equals 7. So the radius would be 7 centimeters. This half would be 7 centimeters. This half would be 7 centimeters. Okay, so now I can fill that in. Volume equals pi times 7 times 7, because I need pi r squared. And then times our height, which is 9. All right. Oh, come back. There we go. Sorry about that. Now on your handy dandy calculators, clear them off. 3.14 times 7 times 7 times 9 equals, again we get a terminating decimal, we get volume equals 1,384 and 74 hundredths. If we were to round that to the nearest tenth, it would be volume equals 1,384 and 7 tenths. Because the 7 would stay a 7 because this is not a 5 or a higher, it's a 4. All right, and then to be a 3, we need to label it. It's volume, therefore it's going to be centimeters cubed. All right, that one's done. So that's all we are going to be doing for today. Nice and simple is taking our notes. You guys stay healthy and stay safe. Miss you guys and hope your first day of taking notes goes